Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hi, this is Mike Zapsik from AMC's Comic Book Man, the podcast I Sell Comics, and the Ming and Mike Show. And you're listening to Clerks Minute. What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. You got a minute? Good, because you're listening to Clerks Minute.
Hey, this is Walt Flanagan, the Lon Chaney of the 90s, and you are listening to Clerks Minute.
Hello and welcome back to Clerks Minute, the show will look back at the 2006 Kevin Smith sequel to Pickle Fucker minutes at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Silent Johnie.
Welcome to the show.
I don't know.
Welcome to the show, Johnie. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm good.
I'm fine.
We're continuing the trend of having more females on this season than last year.
Woohoo!
Yes. That was one of my goals when we started this season. It was to have less of a sausage party this season.
To quote Colin Mockery, can we get women on this show?
So, welcome to the show. You've come in a really strange time of the movie, which I think I hit most people.
You sent me the thing and you were like, hey, pick your minutes. And I go, I want Pickle Fucker minutes. Oh, so I signed myself up for this.
Yes. You know what? I said it to a lot of people. I'll ask you real fast. I ask all the time to people who pick their minutes, why did you want this?
I don't know. I think I wanted to ruin pickles for myself because I enjoy pickles.
Fair enough.
And I don't know. I think I just had a very sadistic moment and decided to pick these minutes.
Fair enough. Well, before we get to the Pickle Fucker story, before we get to that, because that's a whole different thing on its own, we finished up where the last episode we were talking about pillow pants. This time, we're talking about apparently Elias's girlfriend has a mouth troll named Mr. Fine.
Mr. Fiend?
Mr. Fiend. Kyle, you've been obsessed with these trolls this entire season.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't get it either. Wow. Elias is really that stupid.
Elias is really, really dumb. Elias is dumb.
He's a really dumb guy.
He's either very innocent and gullible, or he's probably one of the stupidest motherfuckers to ever walk the planet.
Is it possible to be both?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm just gonna. I didn't make this in the last episode. I'll make it here. This whole thing with Elias. I know you didn't watch Glee. Did you ever watch Glee, Johnie?
Briefly.
Okay. In the first season of Glee,
like season 1-ish.
Yeah. I watched the whole series with my wife. It was our show. We watched our show all the way through. By the way, first season in that show, they made Finn look like an idiot because he believed that his girlfriend got pregnant from him ejaculating in a hot tub. And that's what this reminds me of. How dumb that is.
I just feel like that's when these kids didn't go through sex ed properly. It was like an abstinence only program.
Exactly.
And it's like, hey, you just look at a girl and she's pregnant. Bam.
Let's be quite honest. Later on, we have Randall thinking that Dante got Becky pregnant by
I think it was a joke. I think that was a joke, though. That was just Randall being Randall. Yeah. I don't think he was serious. So, that whole thing with Listerfane and by the way, I love the demonic, weird, psycho music going on in the background during Elias' stories.
That's actually an orchestral piece called Dies Irae. I can't remember where it's from. I'd have to look it up, probably for the previous minute.
Right.
But it was actually most famous for being used in the opening of The Shining.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. I knew it sounded familiar. I just couldn't place it. There you go. Music from The Shining. No wonder it was perfectly here. It fits absolutely well. Well, we get past the mouth troll and Randall look of wow, shock, and I don't know what the fuck I just heard.
and I'm sorry. The only way this could have been better is if they had somehow managed to close the movie with Midnight, the Stars, and You. Da, da,
I forgot to warn you coming in, Johnny, that he's actually a big movie buff, so he does this a lot.
What do you mean, Elias?
That's okay.
You've always been the caretaker.
So, Elias thinks he's normal. Randal walks off to Dante, and I love how immediately I'm right back and runs to Dante to tell him exactly what just happened, which cracked me up.
Well, let's be quite honest. It's not every day that you hear the dumbest fucking thing that you've ever heard.
Twice.
Yeah.
But it just shows their friendship, really.
Yeah.
That just shows their friendship. But Dante is distracted because Lance Dowds is here. And Kyle, that's like most people know this, but you might as well tell people, who is Lance Dowds?
The one, the only, Jason Lee.
And of course, from the Views universe,
Yeah.
what is he famous from?
Chasing Amy.
Yes. And that's one of the main ones, really.
Yeah.
He is a big person in the Views universe. To have him in this movie makes sense, and to have him be a douchebag makes even more sense.
Yeah. Not to mention a douchebag with a porn stash, which is probably from My Name is Earl.
Yes, that's a good call. Look at you at the same time as this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
seriously,
his whole facial, like how he's make-upped or whatever, is just he walked off of My Name is Earl to film this.
He probably did. He probably did.
Really, it looks more like he walked off of the Boogie Nights set.
Except the popped collar polo shirt. Like, they literally plucked him from the My Name is Earl set, put him down, and, like, slipped that on him, and we're like, go. Just go.
We got you for, like, a couple of hours. Let's do this scene.
Yeah, he's late for his Dirk Diggler audition.
So, it might be one of those things where Kevin called in favors, and they're like, I got you for 3 hours. Okay, here, let's do this. Okay, fine, let's do this. I have a feeling that's just going to be like a Jay and Silent Bob, the Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to be like in that movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like he's going to bring in his friends and be like, here, we only got you for an hour. Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Lance Dowds was the second name considered. Originally, his name was Trendy McPopcollar.
That sounds like a bad name in Impractical Jokers. That's what that sounds like.
It's because Trendy McPopcollar, Cranches McBasketball.
Oh, close enough.
Colonel Indiana Long Nuts.
Anyway, well, Randal, it says hi to him, Pickle Fucker, and here we are. We're at Pickle Fucker. Before we get to the story, I actually thought it was pretty funny that Lance here wanted to pick on them as fun employees. I can never say that.
Yeah, fun employees.
Fun employees. I don't know why I have problems saying that every time. Yeah. And the fact that the first thing he brings up is the good old Han or Guido who shot first thing. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the answer obviously is always Han.
Yeah.
Right, Johnie?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Making sure.
Yes. Fuck you, George Lucas.
I want to have that argument if we didn't have to. Not this show. We've already had our Star Wars argument in this show earlier in the run. So apparently we did find out Randal's age here finally at 32 years old.
Yeah.
Which that makes about sense. I mean, they were in their early 20s in Clerks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 32 years old and they're working here. I guess now that I'm 36 and working at a hospital, I don't really see the big deal.
Yeah. Well, no, he's making it a big deal.
Well, I just don't see the big deal. That's the thing with me.
Well, no, he's just trying to lord his status over everybody.
True. I don't do the ass females. How old are you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm 26.
Oh, 26, so you're younger than us. Okay. You're younger than us on this one. Because we're both in our 30s here, so I was just wondering. When it comes to Lance, picking on Randal here, is it like Kyle said, trying to just put his status over them?
Yeah, I think it's more than just, oh, look, you're in your 30s and I'm doing what. It's because they went to high school together. And I think it's like, look how more successful I am than you. I can lord that over you instead of just the age thing.
True. Very true.
And as we learned from Pickle Fucker, it's basically implied they bullied him.
I love the fact that we're going to keep calling that for that.
But judging from his behavior here, how do we know that he wasn't a prick beforehand who got picked on by them specifically because he was a prick?
True.
Could be.
Because quite honestly, I've known him all of 10 seconds, and I already want to beat the living piss out of him.
So we find out that he is an internet millionaire, and I love how Elias just pops up into this. And this is great for expedition. I have to say perfectly for this, because this sets up exactly who he is. He built a search engine that compiles the lowest prices you can find online called MadDuckets.com. Which, by the way, I looked up. Obviously, not a real website, obviously, but if you look up Mad Duckets online, I looked up the definition on Thank You Urban Dictionary, and it is actually listed as ghetto currency. Sure.
Somebody probably named that after this movie?
More than likely.
Or do you think it's before?
After. It says September 2007.
Cool. After.
There you go.
Yeah, because, Lance is obviously very familiar with the street.
I'm just
it's his popped collar.
Of course. I'm just reading the rest of it. It's funny. There's like...
Yo, 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 Papa 40 and check your homies. It's crime time.
It says, okay, I just want to read what this says here. This is, I'm so white reading this, I'm not going to lie. But it says, Mad Duckets. 1, ghetto currency. 2, mad dope b-ball ducking skills. 3, bitches.
Well, at least we get a choice.
Wait, okay, now I have to look this up.
I'm not making this shit up. And it also says a vast amount of money.
Now,
I just love the fact that one of these options was bitches.
And time for an Idiocracy shout out. His street name is Upgrade.
Actually, there's 3 options on how to use bitches in a sentence. I got Mad Duckets. Oh shit, we got Magic Johnson with the Mad Duckets. And you bitch ass trick, where my Mad Duckets? I swear, those are options. Oh my god.
I'm confirming that those are definitely the options.
Thank you, Urban Dictionary.
And Lance Dowds' pimp name is Upgrade. The extra D stands for a double dose of his pimping.
Upgrade.
No.
Problem is, I hear Upgrade, I think of Be More Chill. So sorry, I just started thinking Upgrade from Be More Chill. Anyway, so apparently Amazon bought his website for $20 million, and in 2006, that's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot.
Yeah, what would that be if in like 2018 money?
I think I looked it up real fast. I'm not 100% sure. That's a lot of money then, especially. I know it's only 12 years ago, but 12 years...
For us, that would be a lot of money anyway.
I know, it's us.
Yeah.
But to us normal people, that would be a lot of money.
But for people as rich as this guy, that's pocket change.
Yes. Well, while I look this up, we find out the whole story with Pickle Fucker. And before I even get into this, I'll ask the general thing here, because I know I actually haven't answered this question before I'm asking. Have there, in your high school experiences, were there initiations or like freshmen being bothered by seniors in your school? Johnie, I'll start with you.
Not really. I guess it's because like I went to a very small high school, and pretty much everybody. Okay, I'm from a really small town in Kentucky, so pretty much everybody knows everyone from the time you're born until you graduate high school.
Hey, that sounds like my hometown.
So I feel like there's not really like blanket hazing in high school, but it's once you get into groups and stuff. There's like rites of passage and initiations and stuff like that, but not right off like just freshmen to seniors.
By the way, I got an answer to our question. It's not as much of a difference as we thought it would be.
Yeah.
Oh.
$20 million now is about only $25 million.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah, only 25.
Well, it was only I thought it would be higher. I'm not going to lie. I thought it'd be more than just $5 million.
Just only $5 extra million
I thought it'd
that
be
no
more
one
than
has.
$5. I really did. I thought it'd be more.
Be enough to buy me another solid gold Humvee.
Wow. We both sound very white today. We really do.
Nah. I've actually had my eye more on the diamond-encrusted toilet.
Well, it goes with our brand new shower. So there you go. Anyway, anywho. So I was actually going to Kyle. So to you. Anything on your end?
No, not that I can recall.
See, we had in my senior year of football, we made a rule that we wouldn't haze the freshmen.
Yeah.
Because as freshmen, we were all hazed.
Yeah.
All of us. Like I got peed on in a shower once. Legitimately.
Ugh.
I'm not even joking. That happened.
Did they chant "House on fire"? House on fire.
No, they actually said along the lines, "I think the water's warm," as he's peeing on my leg. I swear that happened.
Ew.
What are you, Judge Judy?
It happened.
Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's right.
It was funny. But that shit happened for real. And I actually, the whole joke of like nerds getting stuffed in lockers, that happened in the football locker room with like these shorter kids got stuffed in lockers in the football locker room.
You had very
so, like,
spacious lockers, apparently.
Well, they were
Did these kids learn how to